chosen one, God revealing your truth. What was hidden is not being exposed to harm you, it is being revealed to free you. Listen closely, because what I am revealing right now carries something precious for your life, and missing even a moment of this could cause you to overlook a blessing that has already begun unfolding around you. I am revealing your truth not to shame you, not to break you, and not to expose you for destruction. I am uncovering what was hidden so that chains that held you quietly for years can finally fall away. When truth rises into the light, it does not come to wound the one I have chosen. It comes to release them from burdens they were never meant to carry alone. Comment, Amen. You have felt something shifting recently, even if you could not fully explain it. Certain things that were once buried are now coming into the open, and at first it may have felt uncomfortable or confusing. But hear me clearly, because this moment was written long before you ever experienced the struggle attached to it. I am bringing truth forward because hidden weight cannot stay in your life if you are meant to walk freely into the future I prepared for you. Many people fear exposure because they believe it leads to humiliation or loss. But the way I reveal truth is different from the way the world exposes weakness. When I uncover something in the life of a chosen one, I am not doing it to strip away their dignity. I am doing it to remove the lies, the fear, and the silent wounds that tried to convince them they were trapped. You are not trapped. You are not the person your past tried to define. You are the one I have been shaping through every silent battle, every lonely moment, and every hidden tear. The truth rising around you now is not the voice of accusation. It is the voice of freedom slowly opening the door that fear once kept closed. Some of the things being revealed right now may even surprise you. You might suddenly understand situations that once confused you. You may begin seeing people, memories, and choices with a clarity you never had before. This is not an accident. I am clearing the fog that surrounded your path so you can finally walk forward without the weight of uncertainty. There were seasons when you felt misunderstood. Moments when you wondered why certain burdens kept appearing in your life, while others seemed to walk freely without struggle. But what you could not see then was that I was quietly preparing you for a level of freedom that requires deep truth. A strong future cannot be built on hidden wounds. That is why I am lifting the veil now. Do not mistake this moment for judgment. This is restoration beginning to take shape in ways you may only start to understand later. The hidden pain that once felt like a private prison is now becoming the doorway to your healing. If you believe that I am guiding this moment, comment 777. The world often teaches people to hide their truth. It tells them to bury their struggles, conceal their wounds, and pretend that everything is fine. But hiding truth never brings peace. It only delays the freedom that comes when light finally touches what darkness tried to control. You are not being exposed for destruction. You are being revealed for deliverance. There were things placed upon your life that did not belong to you. Words spoken over you that tried to shape your identity in ways that were never aligned with who I created you to be. Some of those words came from people who were hurting themselves. Others came from moments when you doubted your own worth. But now I am removing those shadows. When truth rises, it breaks the power of false labels. It dissolves the voices that tried to tell you that you were less than what I declared over your life. You were never defined by your worst moment. You were never limited by the mistakes you carried quietly inside. You are defined by the purpose I placed within you before anyone ever knew your name. This is why the process unfolding right now matters so deeply. It may feel intense because truth has a powerful way of shaking loose everything that tried to attach itself to your spirit. But once that shaking ends, what remains is stronger, clearer, and filled with peace. You may even notice relationships changing around you. Some people may grow closer as the real you begins to stand in the light without fear. Others may quietly step away because the truth removes the masks they were comfortable hiding behind. Do not fear those shifts. When I free someone, I also rearrange the space around them so that their future is not crowded by what once held them back. There is a reason I called you chosen. It is not because your path would be easy, but because your path would lead to a level of freedom that many people spend their entire lives searching for. Freedom does not begin when life becomes perfect. It begins when truth becomes stronger than fear. Right now, I am strengthening you with that truth. Every hidden weight that is surfacing is part of the healing I promised. The moments you once wished you could erase are becoming the lessons that shape your compassion, your wisdom, and your strength. Nothing you walked through was wasted in my hands. Even the things you thought were buried forever are being transformed into something powerful. You may have spent a long time carrying things alone. Certain thoughts, memories, or emotions stayed buried because you believed revealing them would only bring pain. But what you did not know was that I was watching every moment of that quiet struggle. I saw every tear that no one else noticed. I heard every prayer whispered when you felt like no one understood the weight inside your heart. Nothing about your journey has been invisible to me. The truth being revealed now is not meant to reopen wounds, it is meant to close them. Sometimes healing begins when something hidden finally comes into the light and loses the power it once held. What was once heavy begins to feel lighter. What once caused shame begins to transform into wisdom, and what once looked like failure begins to reveal the strength that grew inside you through every difficult season. Many people think freedom comes when the past disappears, but that is not how true freedom works. Freedom comes when the past no longer controls your identity. The things that once defined your fears lose their grip when truth steps forward. The voice of accusation becomes quiet when the voice of truth begins to speak louder. This is why you have started noticing a shift inside yourself. Your heart may feel more aware, more sensitive, even more reflective than before. That is not weakness. That is the awakening of a spirit that is finally stepping into clarity. I am removing the fog that once made everything feel confusing, and as that fog disappears, you will begin to see something beautiful. You will begin to see who you truly are. For a long time, the world tried to tell you a story about yourself that was incomplete. It tried to measure your worth through mistakes, through temporary failures, through moments that never represented the full truth of your life. But I never saw you through those narrow lenses. From the very beginning, I saw the courage inside you. I saw the compassion growing quietly in your heart. I saw the resilience that kept you standing even when you felt like giving up. Comment 1010. You are not someone who was meant to remain hidden behind fear. You were created to walk in the open with a spirit that is honest, strong, and free. The process of revealing truth is preparing you for that kind of life. It is removing the pressure to pretend. It is dissolving the walls you once built just to survive difficult moments. You do not have to carry those walls anymore. The freedom I am bringing into your life is deeper than temporary relief. It is the kind of freedom that reaches into your thoughts, your memories, and your future all at once. It replaces shame with understanding. It replaces confusion with clarity. And it replaces fear with a quiet confidence that comes from knowing you are never walking alone. There were times when you believed the hidden parts of your story would always remain a burden, But I am showing you something different now. Those hidden chapters are becoming part of the testimony that will inspire others who feel lost. Your honesty will become a doorway for someone else to find courage. The very things you once tried to hide will become the evidence of how far I have carried you. This is the beauty of the transformation happening within you. Nothing is wasted. Every experience, every struggle, every silent prayer is being woven together into a story of restoration. Even the moments that felt broken are becoming part of something meaningful. You may not see the entire picture yet, but I do, and I am guiding every step. As truth continues to rise in your life, you will notice something changing in the way you see yourself. The voice of doubt that once spoke loudly will begin to fade. In its place will come a deeper sense of peace. You will start recognizing the strength that has always lived inside you. You will understand that survival was never the end of your story. Growth was always waiting on the other side. Sometimes when truth begins to surface, it can feel like everything is shifting at once. Old thoughts may resurface. Certain memories may come back into focus. But this does not mean you are moving backward. It means you are walking through the final layers of healing. What was once buried cannot control you when it is finally brought into the light. The truth does not trap you, it releases you. You will begin to feel lighter in ways that are difficult to explain. The weight you carried for years will slowly dissolve as you realize that you are not defined by what happened to you. You are defined by the strength that carried you through it. And that strength was never yours alone. I was there when you thought you had reached your limit. I was there when you kept moving forward, even though you felt exhausted. I was there when you believed no one could see your struggle. I saw everything, and I never stopped guiding you. Now that guidance is leading you into a season where truth becomes your foundation instead of your fear. You will no longer feel the need to hide parts of yourself just to feel accepted. The people who belong in your life will recognize the beauty of your authenticity. Those who cannot accept your truth were never meant to walk beside you for long. This is part of the freedom unfolding now. I am aligning your life with people, opportunities, and paths that reflect the person you are becoming. The more truth enters your life, the more space opens for blessings that could never reach you before. Truth clears the path for miracles. Truth prepares the ground for peace. Truth strengthens the heart of someone who once felt fragile. You are standing at the doorway of that transformation now. The process may still feel unfamiliar, but every step is leading you toward a life where you no longer carry hidden burdens. Your heart will grow stronger because it is no longer divided between truth and fear. Your mind will grow clearer because confusion is losing its place in your thoughts. And your spirit will grow brighter because the light that once felt distant is now shining directly upon your path. Comment 555. Remember this as you continue walking forward. Nothing being revealed in your life is meant to destroy you. Everything being revealed is meant to release you. The chains you once carried are falling away piece by piece, even if you are only beginning to notice it. This is how freedom begins. Not with noise, not with chaos, but with truth, quietly rising until it becomes stronger than every lie that once tried to define you. For a long time you may have wondered why certain answers never came when you asked for them. You may have prayed for clarity, for understanding, or for relief from the weight of uncertainty. At times it may have felt like silence surrounded you, but the silence was never absence, it was preparation. I was strengthening your heart so that when the truth appeared, it would lift you rather than overwhelm you. Now the lifting has begun. Things that once felt confusing are starting to make sense. Patterns you could not recognize before are becoming clearer. You may even look back at certain seasons of your life and suddenly see the hidden protection that was there all along. Situations that felt painful were quietly steering you away from paths that would have caused even greater harm. Nothing you walked through was random. Even the moments that seemed unfair were shaping the resilience inside you. Every step was preparing you for the freedom that comes when truth stands firmly in the open. There is something powerful about a heart that no longer needs to hide. When you stop carrying secrets that were never meant to define you, your spirit begins to breathe again. The tension that once lived inside your thoughts begins to dissolve. The fear of being misunderstood slowly loses its power. Freedom begins to settle into your life like a calm sunrise after a long night. Comment 1212. Many people spend their entire lives trying to protect an image that is not even real. They hide behind expectations, behind the fear of judgment, and behind the belief that they must appear strong at all times. But true strength does not come from pretending. True strength grows when a person stands honestly in their story and realizes that their value was never determined by the struggles they faced. You are beginning to see this now. The truth I am revealing is not just about the past. It is also about your identity. It is about understanding that the person you are today is stronger, wiser, and more compassionate because of everything you endured. The wounds you once feared are becoming the places where empathy grows. You are learning to see yourself through my eyes instead of through the narrow view of past mistakes. Through my eyes, you are not broken. Through my eyes, you are someone who kept moving forward even when the path felt impossible. Through my eyes, you are someone who carried hope quietly when others might have surrendered. This is the truth that is rising inside you now. And once it takes root, it will change the way you walk through every part of your life. There will come moments when you notice the difference. Situations that once triggered fear will no longer hold the same power. Words that once wounded you will begin to feel distant and unimportant. The truth of who you are will stand stronger than the opinions that once tried to define you. This transformation does not happen overnight, but it is already unfolding. Every time you choose honesty over fear, you move deeper into the freedom I am giving you. Every time you release shame and accept the lessons hidden inside your past, another chain falls away. And every time you allow truth to guide your steps, you grow stronger than you were before. You are not the same person who once carried those silent burdens. You are becoming someone who walks with clarity. This clarity will begin to influence the way you see the people around you as well. You will notice who brings peace into your life and who brings confusion. You will begin to recognize the difference between voices that support your growth and voices that try to keep you trapped in old patterns. This awareness is part of the protection I am giving you. Truth acts like a light that reveals the path ahead. When you walk with that light, it becomes much harder for deception to hide in the shadows. You will begin to trust your instincts more. You will begin to sense when something is aligned with the peace I am placing in your heart. And when something is not aligned, you will feel that clearly as well. This is not coincidence. It is guidance. You have asked for direction, and I am giving it to you in ways that reach deeper than simple words. I am shaping your discernment so that you can move forward without constantly second-guessing yourself. There is a quiet confidence growing inside you now. It may still feel unfamiliar, but it will continue strengthening as truth settles deeper into your spirit. Comment 333. This confidence does not come from pride. It comes from understanding that you are not walking alone. When you know that, my presence is guiding your steps, fear loses its ability to control your decisions. You begin to move with courage because you know that the path ahead is not random, it is guided. The truth being revealed right now is also preparing you for something beautiful that is still ahead. Freedom is not the final destination. It is the foundation for the blessings that follow. When the heart is free from hidden shame, it becomes open to joy again. When the mind is free from constant fear, it becomes open to creativity and vision. And when the spirit is free from the weight of old wounds, it becomes ready to receive new opportunities. This is why the process you are walking through matters so much. You are not just being healed, you are being prepared for relationships that are built on honesty and trust. Prepared for moments where your voice will encourage someone who is struggling. Prepared for opportunities that require the courage of someone who knows their worth. The truth has always been inside you, waiting for the moment when it could rise without fear. Now that moment is here. The person you are becoming will no longer feel the need to shrink or hide. You will stand with quiet strength because you understand something many people forget. You may begin noticing a calm strength growing inside you that was not there before. It will not arrive with loud announcements or dramatic moments. Instead, it will rise slowly, like the steady warmth of morning light spreading across the earth. That strength will remind you that the person you are today is not the same person who once struggled to carry hidden burdens alone. You have grown. You have endured more than you realized at the time. And every step forward, even the painful ones, shaped the courage that now lives inside you. Many people try to escape their past because they believe it will always control their future. But the truth I am revealing to you now shows something different. Your past does not control you anymore because you are learning to see it through the lens of healing instead of fear. When a wound is acknowledged and brought into the light, it begins to transform. What once hurt begins to teach. What once weighed down your spirit begins to strengthen it. What once felt like a mistake begins to reveal the wisdom you gained through experience. Comment 1515. This transformation is not just happening inside your thoughts, it is happening deep within your spirit. Your heart is learning to trust again. Your mind is learning to rest instead of constantly defending itself against old fears. The truth entering your life is creating a new foundation beneath your steps. That foundation is built on freedom. When you stand on freedom, the opinions of others lose their power to define you. The expectations that once pressured you begin to fade into the background. You start to walk with a calm assurance that comes from knowing who you truly are. You are someone who survived storms that others never even saw. You are someone who carried hope through seasons when it would have been easier to surrender. You are someone who refused to let darkness write the final chapter of your life. And because of that, the freedom you are stepping into now will not be temporary. It will become a permanent shift in the way you live and move through the world. There will still be challenges ahead, because life itself contains seasons of testing and growth. But the difference now is that those challenges will no longer shake your identity. When you know your truth, obstacles become lessons instead of threats. Difficult moments become opportunities to grow stronger. Truth gives you stability. Truth anchors your spirit when uncertainty tries to rise around you. This is why the revealing of hidden things is such an important step in your journey. Without truth, a person spends their life reacting to fear. With truth, a person learns to move with wisdom and peace. You are entering that place of peace now. You may not feel it fully yet, but it is already beginning to shape the way you think and the way you see your life. The burdens that once felt impossible to release are becoming lighter. The memories that once carried shame are losing their sting. Little by little, your heart is realizing that freedom was always possible, and that realization will begin changing the way you treat yourself as well. Instead of criticizing every mistake you made in the past, you will start recognizing how far you have come. Instead of focusing on the moments when you felt weak, you will begin seeing the resilience that carried you through those moments. Self-compassion will begin replacing self-judgment. Peace will begin replacing inner conflict. This shift may feel unfamiliar at first, because you spent so long trying to prove your worth through struggle. But you no longer need to prove anything. Your worth has always been present. It simply needed truth to reveal it clearly. Comment 1111. As this transformation continues, you will also notice changes in the way you interact with the world around you. Situations that once drained your energy will become easier to walk away from. Conversations that once stirred anxiety will no longer hold the same power. Your spirit is learning to choose peace. This does not mean you will avoid every difficult situation, but it does mean you will face them with a different kind of strength. Instead of reacting with fear or frustration, you will respond with clarity and calm. That clarity will protect your heart in ways you never experienced before. You are not becoming distant or cold. You are becoming balanced. Balance allows you to love others without losing yourself. It allows you to help people without carrying burdens that were never meant for you. It allows you to walk through life with open eyes and a steady spirit. This balance will guide you as you step further into the freedom I am preparing for you. There are new opportunities waiting ahead that require the version of you who is no longer hiding from truth. These opportunities may appear quietly at first. They may come through conversations, through unexpected moments, or through ideas that begin forming inside your mind. When those moments arrive, you will recognize them. The same truth that is freeing you now will also guide you toward the paths that align with your purpose. Your voice will carry more confidence. Your presence will bring comfort to others. Your story will inspire people who are still searching for their own freedom. This is the deeper reason why hidden things are being revealed in your life now. It is not just about your healing, it is about the ripple effect your freedom will create in the lives of others. People who feel trapped will see your courage. People who feel ashamed will see your honesty. People who feel lost will see the light that now shines through your journey. Your life will become living evidence that truth does not destroy a person, truth liberates them. And as this liberation continues unfolding, you will begin to see your future with new hope. The fear that once clouded your vision will fade away. In its place will come a steady sense of direction. You will walk forward, knowing that the path beneath your feet is supported by truth, guided by wisdom, and protected by the presence that has been with you since the very beginning. The chains that once tried to define you are no longer part of your identity. They are simply reminders of the strength it took to break free. As the light of truth continues to spread across your life, there will come a moment when you suddenly realize how much has already changed inside you. It will not happen with noise or dramatic celebration. It will come quietly, in a simple moment, when you notice that something which once hurt deeply no longer has the same power over your heart. That quiet realization will be the evidence that freedom has truly begun to take root within you. For a long time, you carried the weight of things that were never meant to stay hidden forever. Those burdens lived in silence because you believed revealing them would only bring more pain. But the truth is that silence often protects the chains that try to bind a person. When truth finally enters, those chains begin to fall apart. This is the process unfolding within you now. What once felt like a secret struggle is becoming a source of strength. The parts of your story that once made you feel small are becoming the proof of how strong your spirit truly is. The world may have told you that exposure leads to shame, but the truth I am revealing to you is different. When I bring truth into the light, I do not do it to condemn, I do it to restore. Comment 1919. Restoration means rebuilding what once felt broken. It means taking the pieces of your life that seemed scattered and gently placing them back together with wisdom and purpose. This is not a rushed process. Healing unfolds step by step, moment by moment, until your heart begins to feel whole again. You may notice that your thoughts are becoming calmer. The inner storms that once filled your mind are slowly losing their intensity. Where anxiety once lived, a quiet peace is beginning to grow. This peace is not accidental. It is the result of truth replacing the lies that once tried to shape your identity. For years, you may have believed certain things about yourself that were never real. Perhaps you believed that your past defined your future. Perhaps you believed that your mistakes would always follow you like a shadow. But those beliefs were never the truth I spoke over your life. The truth is that you are far stronger than the moments that once tried to break you. You are far more valuable than the voices that once tried to diminish your worth. You are far more capable than the fear that once tried to keep you small. As these realizations settle into your spirit, you will begin to walk through life with a different posture. You will carry yourself with quiet confidence instead of hidden uncertainty. You will speak with honesty instead of hesitation, and you will move forward with courage instead of constantly looking back. This change will not only affect you, it will also influence the people around you. When someone steps into truth, the atmosphere around them begins to shift. People notice the calm strength that replaces old insecurity. They see the clarity in your words and the peace in your actions. Your life becomes a living example of what freedom looks like. Some will feel inspired by it, others may feel challenged by it. Both reactions are natural. Truth has a way of revealing more than just your own healing. It also reveals the hearts of those who stand near you. Some people will celebrate your growth because they recognize the beauty of transformation. Others may struggle with it because your freedom reminds them of the chains they still carry.